Hello,
Hey, hey,
everybody.
hey. Good afternoon.
Welcome once again to
Hey, good
Friday
afternoon.
Under the Tree. And we are, as always, delighted to be with you this evening. Tony,
Hello, hello, hello. It's a beautiful day. We under the tree, the pear tree in the back there. And so we
yes.
enjoying this moment. I had a little rough day today, so I gotta be calm down. But we don't worry about it. We do the Melanie topic anyhow. She like that
Really?
with the Christianity. So
We
we
ain't talking Christianity today. We're talking religion
oh
across
she
the board.
we talking religion. What's the difference?
It's different. Christianity is one religion,
Uh,
and there are hundreds of other religions.
so we speaking that one
Religions. We're talking about religion in general in the Bahamas.
religion, all of them.
Right.
7 day
And then,
Adventist, 8 day Adventist, 9.
no, they are all Christian religion.
Oh, the Christian religion. So we're talking about
Yes.
Christianity here.
We're talking religion.
I don't know what's the difference. Explain to me what's the difference, man.
Okay. Religions are a group of teachings, right, with a specific philosophy or
Mm-hmm.
principle or guiding some single leader, right?
Some single leader.
Yeah. So for the Muslims, it's Muhammad. For the
Mm-hmm.
Christians, it's Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
For the Buddhists, it's I can't remember his name, but Indian
That's
guy.
the one called Dalai Lama.
No, not the Dalai Lama,
What
but
the
the
Dalai
Dalai
Lama
Lama
is.
is actually of the Buddhist
Mm.
religion,
So we're talking
right?
generally.
We're talking religion in
And
general
generally.
and how it fits into the Bahamian profile. And
Okay.
then we will move into the way Bahamians worship. We're predominantly a Christian nation, and so
Really?
predominantly,
Then why everybody around here saying it?
well, I guess
So
that's
why?
our nature
So why?
according to Christian teaching.
So why we ain't talking about the law and its place?
Which law?
God's law.
Well, that's religion,
Uh-huh.
right? That's religion.
So why we?
And all the different religions have an element of God in it. It's just that for the Christians, they see Christ
Mhm.
as the center of their religion.
Okay.
For the Muslims, they see God and God alone. Okay?
Mm.
Now, as we've been preparing, I've been thinking about some other religions, but let's get our health segment
I don't
covered,
listen. I don't.
and
I know
then
you
we
go
will
back at that,
go.
right? But listen, folks, this show is designed to provoke your consciousness
Mm-hmm.
and provoke. Uh, everybody call themselves this and that. I ain't called no name, but this show is bringing out the truth and finding out what's going on behind the scene,
Yeah.
exposing.
How we in the Bahamas
Yeah,
live
how we exposing
from
the lie,
different aspects
how
of
we
our
lying a
lives.
lot, and we can lie. Humans can lie. So anyhow, just moving right along. I'm gonna talk about my health. We got today. We have a leaf that called the pear. It's a pear leaf, and back in the day, Melanie, you all used to drink this for tea, right?
People still drink it for tea,
And
even today.
it is a beautiful
I mean, a lot of
taste.
us have moved away from it,
Yeah,
but
once you put a little honey in it, it is good.
if you ain't got honey, put sugar.
Yeah, and then we this for other things, right?
Well, it
You,
is one of the teas that they find to be very beneficial for persons
person
suffering from
from in
inability to sleep.
in sleep.
It calms you and it gives you a very good night's rest.
Mm-hmm. So, folks, the pear leaf is good just to burn. Put in water. This is good smoothing for sleep. But remember this: people now having these at parties. When you go to parties, this is what they call like Thai.
Bush tea
Bush
now
Thai,
is a
yeah,
common
it's a
thing.
thing. It's a hot thing with honey, and they throw a little. Some people put a little ginger.
Ginger,
And some people put it,
accentuates and make
yeah.
everything
And all
taste.
this does is soothe you sweet. You know when you're inside your wife, after you take a nice cup of Thai and you're sitting TV, the ambiance just get right. That's what this pear leaf does.
Okay,
But you
it's a
gotta have
mood setter.
is a mood setter. So you gotta have a
Mm.
little bit of ginger in it and a little bit of honey, and you're good to go.
Well,
This,
both ginger and honey are very good,
hey,
right?
so we
And you
talking
get some hidden benefits from both.
we talking about the bushman today. We going in the bush. So that's the pear. Next here, let me break it off. So let me break this off here. This is, I bet you all don't know what this is called. But anyhow, because the leaf kind of big, you wonder what it is. Hey, this is called breadfruit leaf. They're big like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember about 10 years ago, I mentioned about having some pain in the lower part of my belly. So this lady who lived across the road, her name is Animavi, Miss Farrington. And she said to me, boy, that must be your post state. So she gonna get some breadfruit leaf, and soursop together. And she boil is good for your prostate. I'll never forget that. But that is not what it really did for me. What
No.
what it did for me is amazing. And I used to drink this every morning. Every morning, some of it every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt so good drinking this till I started to drink this for tea. And I started to drink it. And I couldn't believe, you hear rumors, but when you drink Bush, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But when you drink this Bush,
The pear leaf. I
yeah,
mean the breadfruit.
and the soursop together,
Uh-huh.
when you boil it, that makes you feel so good. You won't believe it. It calm your nerve. It settle you down. People who jittery, I just want them fella gotta keep. Well, watch me on the show.
Mm.
This has done wonders for me, but they say it's for prostate. That's the meaning.
Yeah, and
Breadfruit.
it's also recommended for high blood pressure. So
Yes, that's right.
lots of the teas.
Nutrients and
And
things.
I'm wondering, because when you really think about it, those were the things that people drank commonly back in the day because the only other tea that was available was the Lipton tea,
Yeah.
or the Earl
Or
Grey.
exactly.
And people didn't suffer from all these high blood pressure, even though they ate a lot of meat.
COVID-19 has, I think, has opened up a lot of people
Uh-huh.
minds and
Consciousness.
consciousness because a lot of sick people in the Bahamas, diabetes,
Well, yes.
sh-
And
high
mind
blood,
you, the
prostate.
sickness, the sick state of our country has been in the media for some time.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it would have been in the mid to early 90s when they did that lifestyle survey and found that, is it 7 out of 10? That's a high
7 out of
number.
10. Yeah.
7 out of 10 individuals
And,
have been told that they have high blood
and there's
pressure
so much.
or diabetes or combination
Yeah,
of
but there's
both.
so much people got these underlying diseases. So many
Ah, boy.
in this Bahamas, and you know something? We gotta do a show on
Health.
health
Yeah.
show.
Mhm.
We gotta educate our people. See, folks,
On
let me
how to
drink. Let
get
me
it
this
right.
coconut water. See, pure coconut water. I don't want you. This is how I live, and I roll in like this. Okay, so let me drink this and show you because you gotta get up on something. They say. Now let me say this, folks, and I can say this straight up. We have to really educate our people, especially on this COVID-19 too, because bad eating habits cause us all in trouble. This peas and rice and chicken and fried chicken and steam. See, listen,
Mind you,
this it has its place,
yes,
but the Bahamas got it. I
we
can
have to
say,
get it right. We
yeah,
have
but
to get it right.
but have you noticed on the news? Do folks? I like to take what they call my little poll, and I want you to do the little poll yourself. I want you to do the poll on this and check this. so many people, especially men, are dying from COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do the poll, and you see, sometimes we talk food, but I'm sorry, do the poll on this. Now, just watch it. How many Haitians, you answer me, how many Haitians you see die
I've not
on
really
the
been.
COVID-19? You don't check it on
They
the
they
news.
haven't been reporting by nationality.
But ain't many. They would report about national. If you look around and you look at Facebook and there's a really Haitians, check this out. This is a statistics, sorry. This is a statistics you check.
Haitians residing in the
Right.
Bahamas.
Check Haitians reside in the Bahamas. Then look at Chinese residing in the Bahamas who died from COVID-19. Then check the Indians who died from COVID-19. Then go to the Philippines. Check it. There ain't much going to the hospital for COVID-19. It's simply because the eating habit.
You sure
They,
they in the drinking habit?
but drinking habits bring on the pressure and right.
What's that?
The, the drinking habits bring the pressure,
Well, the
the high
eating
blood
and
and
the
the pressure.
drinking
Yeah, bring
and
the
the
pressure. But
inactivity.
that's the point, is it? The lifestyle, the food. That's what it
Mm.
is. If you check it. I'm not saying in the Philippines they ain't dying from COVID, but you check it in the Bahamas. Do your own check. Just do your own little survey. For every 10 Philippines Haitian you talk to, ask them, well, you have your family dying or friends. You check it, and you'd be surprised to know that the Bahamians' eating habit is so bad. They love fried food. I ain't calling no fast place, but they like fried food. Everything is fast food. Bahamians don't cook no more. And when I was growing up, my grandma used to cook from out the yard.
Hmm.
Now these Bahamian women are cooking from out the food store.
Meaning,
Meaning, when I was growing up, my mother used to go in the yard and all our herbs and spices to grow. You know, you have the spice tree and you have the thyme, remember the little thyme? And then she used to put this thing, catnip and all these season and then spice, pick up all the, and the food is good. But now, and then we used to grow chicken. We used to grow our own chicken,
hmm,
grow our own goat, sheep and goat. But now, everything we run to the food store for. Check this one.
you,
It's frozen. It had been in, before it come to, it had to be frozen to be shipped. It had been frozen before that shipped. It had to go frozen in the store for you to get it, and you put it back in the fruit. Think about just think about this meat. You don't even meat, right? You know, so she don't even meat. So she see what I talking about. Anyway, so, and very rare you sick, right?
I hardly. But I mean, as long as I stay away from foods that cause allergies for me, and of course, it's mainly the dairy products.
Right.
As long as I stay away from them, I'm fine.
So I'm gonna leave this now. We can go back on that topic. It's a lesson to learn. Do your own research on this and hit me up. Hit me, Melina. Hit us up and tell us what you find. If or hit us up and tell us if I talking fool, and compare and see, because it's good to dialogue. Okay. Now, last but least, before I get on that topic, now you give me a funny name. You know who you are. You hit me up with a funny name, and I can answer you. Now, what should you do if you find this Jade, whoever is Jade, hit me up, and I can answer you. What should you do if you find your your sweetie who is married trying to scheme with another gal on you? Now, it's all like a maths riddle, but you ask me the question and you want my opinion. Well, you in what the word conundrum? That's it.
Conundrum.
You in the conundrum. But you know what I would say? If I were you, I'd run for the hill. And reason being, you know what? Try
Triangle.
triangle. You got the wife, the little
Well, the
sweetie.
triangle was already there. That's
Yeah,
not like it's gone into a rectangle.
yeah. You got whatever tangle it is. It's not a serious note. And you ask me for help, I would just disappear. Because if for instance, me, if I was married and I was on a sweetheart on the side, and that sweetheart on another, that's too much confusion for me.
But Tony, you always say on several of the
Oh,
episodes
here we
that
go.
we've had that if a man is cheating with you on someone else,
Mhm.
what's the mystery about him cheating on you and the other person with someone else?
But she obviously hurting. That's why she asked me this, and I only even give her
But
some,
why is
some
she hurting? Does
because she thought I don't know who this person is. You know, hold on.
Okay,
She
so she
thought it was
probably thought that
yeah.
she was so special.
Yeah.
That's what that was his only reason
That's the
for
only reason,
cheating
but
on his
yeah,
wife or
and so she
whoever.
thought she was special because she
Mm-hmm.
might have a little coke ball shape. So she thought, and the wife might be a little plumpy. But she thought she hit the gold mine, and she,
But now,
but
now, now, I could take you down a path,
no, take me down the path.
right?
But if I were you, let me answer first, then you can take me down the path. But if I were you, I think I would leave that alone. That's just too much confusion. Now, if you want to be the sweetheart, yeah, if that's what you want to do. But now you're in the sweetheart, you use the sweetheart of the sweetheart. Go on, sorry.
No, because I was just saying,
So Jade, that's for my
in
opinion.
in the minds of individuals who engage in these type of relationships, they, as you suggest,
Mhm.
somehow feel that they have some characteristic that's not in the other person. But this person, now for her, it might have been a misconception. But this young man that she's involved with sounds as if he's just a chronic cheater.
Well, no, majority of him in Palace. What you talking about? He just hot. You on your Bishop Road?
I heard and I saw two videos
Okay.
of
You have a
it
Bishop Road
going.
say?
But you've always said
I
75%. But the thing about it
man love sex
is, I
75%.
think
But just all that
someone,
clothes and walking and all this, you go into the store and you looking good and all. Listen, that gone out the window. That's your old style.
what is it that men want?
Men want power and control. Now, just don't go down that road. Men want power and control. The minute where he lose control, we're not fucking physical control. We're talking about control. We, you, when I ask you for sex, you give it to me. When you say, I'm honey, and I actually do something, you do it. And because I spending my money, so I should come home and I shouldn't have to watch no this, I do control.
Wow.
Mm.
Sound like a slave setup to me.
Well, the Bahamian women sell themselves short. That's what they do.
Oh.
And this is what it really.
So Jade, you're selling yourself short,
Yeah,
number one, because, well, I don't know, because all the discussions that we've had on the varied variations of relationships,
Mhm.
um, we've come to realize that it's almost a catch-20 situation because there's an excuse that there's a shortage of men, so women have to share. There's the other thing that the women sell themselves short. So somewhere along the line, Jade have to make up in her mind because clearly with the man shortage, he gotta go now and supply a third
let's
woman.
let's let's look at this whole thing. Let's put it in a cycle. Then we why think about it. If I'm scheming on with you,
Mhm.
I can then scheme on somebody else
Scheme
because
on you with somebody else
yeah
because I scheming with
because
you on
because I
someone.
married.
Mm-hmm.
You know I married.
Mm-hmm.
So when I tell you I gotta go home to the wife, I go next stop, then go home to the wife. So I always got an excuse. So
It sure does take a lot of time
yeah,
and energy, Valdito.
it might be a lot of time and energy, but some fellas just do that.
Running yourself in the
Yeah,
ground.
but don't worry, I happy. What makes me
Yeah, and you
happy?
die
70.
happy, right?
But like I
No
only live
matter
once.
what.
I only live once. That's what I think. I only live once. 75%. sex, I want to say, I happy.
So it comes
Because
down
I,
again to the woman then. Stop selling
yeah, but
yourself
I
short.
can't carry no money to the grave.
Carry your dignity.
What dignity?
The one that says that I'm honest, upright, and faithful.
But you woman say you only want no sissy man. So I gotta show you a lot of sissy. You come, you come here, you come there, you come looking for something. So I gotta show you. Listen, society does not care any longer about the good guy. The good guy is a sissy in society. So if you go to live that role, you're a
Is
punk.
is that amongst the guys or is that among everybody?
The woman saying
This
that.
perception.
See in the Bahamas, the woman control so many things. And when they control all these things, and they want this aggressive control, so the man give it to them. They give it because now they saying, you won't be that. So I give it to you. So now you got it. So now what you do when you take all this control from me, you make me go underground. Because now I trying to be the man. I trying to say, listen, honey, this we gonna do this, we gonna do. But you beat me at all end and beat me down at all end. So now I just give up. Because your mouth, you complaining, you always complaining, you always got some story and you always got somewhere to go and you always got so many things to do, but check for me. So I gotta go underground and get my little happiness someplace else. See,
Transient. Boy, I'd like to know.
a
I
woman
think
don't,
one of these days we have to take up what makes a man happy.
yeah. See, a woman, listen to this.
What would it take
A
to
woman,
satisfy a
a
man?
woman, she wants everything's in her kind of.
Mm-hmm.
She okay. She ain't got no problem. She can sit right there. And she will bring and sell you a story that this how you're supposed to treat a woman. This say, how you know how I supposed to treat her? I's the man. A woman will know she will know how she want to be treated. But all women might want to be treated the same way. So I have to then learn how you want to be treated. So when I treat you the way you want to be treated, you happy. That's all you want. You happy. So other than that, you then make me less a man because I don't want to do this. But I doing this just to keep your mouth shut. I doing this because I want a happy home. I doing this because because when I was growing up, my mother didn't teach me. My mother said, "Well, a man's supposed to take care of a woman." She might say these things, but my mother never teach me to go behind the couch and keep my mouth shut. Most men, that's what they do. They just drop the money, and they even know why they drop it. Let them do. You do what you gotta do. You go shopping. You go. How? Check this out. How many men? Mike text this thing. How many men you think is go shopping with their wife? How many men? They ain't got a time for that because you know why? They can't. There's no. We has no say because the woman gonna say, "Well, you ain't no cooking. You just eat. Shut up. So, I eat and shut up."
I wonder if the men want a say. Do men want a say?
There is no sense of having a say because the Bahamian women are kind of aggressive. They are beautiful on one end, but they're kind of aggressive. This is how they grew up. And they grow up in a way that, see, you ain't gonna shut a Bahamian woman up. You ain't gonna shut them up with their mouth. You ain't gonna shut them up no way. You try anyway, you can shut them up. You can't tell a Bahamian woman, oh, I got probably woman in general. You can't tell them, okay, listen, you'll see some, I'll give you some, a screw to the door. A screw to the door. You say, honey, I put that screw in tomorrow. She troubled because she want that screw do now, you know. She troubled. So you go lay down. She let you go lay down 5 minutes. She say, I don't see why you can't put that screw in. You don't say, honey, I can put it tomorrow. But for a woman, in her mind, she want that done now.
But
It's a now.
if you say to her, I am a bit tired, that's different from just saying I'm gonna put it in
She
tomorrow.
gonna,
You see, one thing that women do and I think most women do it, is they don't just push and push. They give you the leverage. They learn you. Women learn men, men don't try to learn women as much as women try to learn men. And if she realized that every time I ask
Put this
him
in
to
our
do
topic,
something,
right? So,
he said he could do it tomorrow,
yes.
but he never gets around to do it. I have to ask him 3 and 4 and 5 times before it gets done. And so they develop the thing of taking a shortcut and just push for it right then and there.
Yeah, that's what women do because there's some truth to Bahamian man laid back. There's some truth to that.
Mhm.
And Bahamian men laid back because their mother do everything for them. And so they can lay back.
As you were speaking about the women being
Mm-hmm.
aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
in control of the
Yeah.
home,
Mm-hmm.
I thought they can't help it
Yeah.
because there's never a father in the home for them to see the role that a man plays and how a woman is to respond to it. Many do the statistics now and find out how many persons over the age of 35, I even can go higher than that,
Mm-hmm.
were raised with their father in the home in the
But
Bahamas.
let me shock you with something. They say woman can't raise a child, right? A man.
No, women could do it.
Okay. But woman has raised majority of the men in the country.
Hmm.
And woman has done a good job. Most of them have done a good job. It's just that women just don't know when to let go. That's it. Once they figure that out, they love them boys and they don't know how to let go. They don't want to let them go. But I'm gonna go back to this. And this real I don't know how we get on this topic because we put up
We
but
answering
yeah,
Jade.
yeah, but it's so many factors about why men do what they do.
Yeah, yeah, and we've
And
covered
yeah, we covered all that.
several of them, but I don't think
But
that's
woman,
an endless thing. It's
yeah,
so many.
but woman,
Hmm.
for me, most women, um, they on a routine
Hmm.
and they don't like to break their routine.
Well,
They on the speed to get this done, get this done.
hmm
You know, you know what I mean? Because at
I
the end of the day, all them crazies you put up in the house, all them chair you change around, and all them things, you can't carry them in the grave with you.
well, I think you're talking about women of a certain age, because the young
Yeah,
women,
the woman don't get really.
they
But
don't, they more interested in getting dressed up and going out.
yeah, but it's the fact that we have this conversation is that Bahamian woman is just, I want to say something, but I got to be careful because when you know how you all go, you always beat me up at all costs. I say, but I this and
But
that.
if it's something that is worth
No, but
saying
no,
and you feel that it's the truth,
I
then say it. And then if I have a difference,
I could say
I will
I could say this. Okay,
respond.
I could say this. If you have half of the women today
Hmm.
who's married will check themselves,
Hmm.
they will save their marriage.
Check themselves in which
Yeah,
way?
check yourself. In many ways, check yourself. Um, go back to being a little more submissive, a little more. No, no, no. Now when we talk,
Okay, so you need them to roll back,
yeah, roll
right?
back a little bit of that.
Backtrack to the
Yeah,
dating days
yeah,
and behave like a
yeah.
woman that's still dating as
You,
opposed to the married controlling woman.
yeah, folks, you wouldn't believe how much people. I need to carry my phone around and record it. You wouldn't believe how much people talk, especially guys. And guys don't usually talk. Most time, guys don't talk like that.
Mhm.
But you hear these guys who are married talking, and it shocked me.
And what are they saying?
All kind of crazy things. They're saying some good things. Like one said to me the other day that his, he said, no matter what I do, when I die, my wife children can benefit from my work. Not his children, his wife children. So I say, well, you gotta come and tell me this. We gonna have this conversation because I need to know what you're talking about. And he say, yeah, well, I married a woman who had 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
And so I say, really? He say, yeah. I say when I die, I leaving stuff for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I die, my wife taking me, I can leave to my wife. But how much times you see a wife leave stuff for the man? Just not for the man, children, for the man.
Oh, that no, no,
Speak to
no,
me.
no. That
Speak to me.
is cultural, but you do have women that are successful, that own property, businesses, and other
Because some women
things.
make more than men.
Yeah,
Also, why is then
and
answer the
their
question?
husband
Why
and
is
their
then
children receive whatever it is that she
now?
lives.
Why is that the woman? If I take care of you all your married days with me, I
Mm-hmm.
treat you with the greatest love and respect. Why you ain't gonna leave it? Why you gonna leave everything to your children? You gonna leave it to me?
That have to do with the
Okay,
relationship.
but you expect me, no matter how relationship I have, but you
But
expect everything
guess
I have
what?
go to you.
I know I
Oh
have heard
Lord,
of
help me, Jesus!
many
Help me,
women.
Jesus! You think
I've
she can answer this
heard
today?
of no, no. I think it's unfair. You want that's my answer.
But this is
But
what man is talking about.
but but there are men who do the same thing to their
Yeah,
wives.
there are men do it because men realize most men, most men love their wife. Listen, don't fool yourself. You got dudes around here can't live right. They sleep in the bed with a woman and still thinking
Mm-hmm.
about their wife. Most dudes who marry these women don't mind us. When a man, because it's kind of ordained by God, so that's like it's like a tie. The man might, but deep down he's still saying, well, that's my wife.
Is it upbringing? Is it belief, or
It's
is it
Bahamian
just?
society bringing up. It's a type of culture, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamian men, some of them is get the raw end of the stick. Excuse me, majority is get the raw end of the stick. And I don't really want to because I am bashing women day. But today we need to have more open conversation. That's it. Marriage don't have enough open conversation. They are afraid to have open conversation. See, the open conversation will solve a lot of problems. Like if I wake up in the morning and I think I feel like I need a younger person. I just use this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to say that to my wife because now I can get divorced or a problem will start or she can take a
Fight
cheating.
gonna start, not
Yeah.
problems. Fight.
But guess what? That's what I might be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I just use that example. And I might want to say, next morning I may wake up, I may want a pool in the yard.
Oh,
And
she'll welcome the pool, but
no,
she
no,
ain't gonna
no, no,
welcome no young
no,
woman.
no. She might even welcome a pool because some of them want the money for them in their pocket. So this is a real way we're talking about. So what she will say, oh man, you don't need no pool. This yard too small for that pool. Why you waste that money on pool? See, I get another hairdo, or I could go to the States and I
So,
can shop.
so
It's a
that is the bottom line right there. You know what it's
conversation.
called? No,
What's that?
it's selfishness.
Well,
But the conversation, because you engaging in the
yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
but there's no agreement. It's always one sided.
yeah. But see, most men has to be careful what they say to a woman unless they ain't gonna have none tonight. So you gotta be careful.
Tony, we talked and we started and we talked about
Yeah, we talk about.
relationships. We talk about dating. We talk about why men leave. We talk about intimacy. And
I can hear you.
all of these things
Mm-hmm.
contribute to the direction in which a relationship moves.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want your relationship to move in the right direction, then you must begin on the right foot. And the conversations prior to marriage, friendship, Dalai Lama, what
Yeah,
is love? friendship on
Fire.
fire. So if you and I can't communicate, why am I marrying you? Why?
But you see, no, no, no. We done married.
No, no. You see, we jumped the broom
But we
before
done married.
we covered the
So we
foundation.
trying to
So,
build. We trying to build a marriage because we done married. We trying to
but
build
you building, it's like building a house on
on
a
sand
sand.
with water coming inside. So it's not that.
No rock, no foundation
Oh,
laid.
we supposed to be talking
No,
religion.
but let's go. We are answering, and it's leading
Yeah.
to, because here it is now. We have this young woman, right?
Or young man that
No, the
kind of
young woman, Jade, or oh yeah, that's true, because Jade
yeah.
is a unisex name. But the fact that she said that her sweetie is seeking out another woman, it has to be a young woman we're talking to,
Yeah.
right? But Jade got off on the wrong foot, because if she felt that she was gonna, she, and a lot of people enter these relationships thinking, oh, he after me, I can fix his wife. You understand? And the
But
attitude for years was, oh, you got the ring, but I got the man.
yeah, which
That's the
is
mentality a lot of people
yeah,
have.
which is
So
true. Which is
therefore
true.
now the wife still got the ring, and you got to share the man with somebody else and the
But
wife.
see, but when for a young girl like that to be in a situation like that,
Hmm.
she could. Most times, I think they don't go into it thinking that this is love. You know, they go into it that I need help at this time, and I need my rent paid. I need
So
so
therefore, she
it's
should
a
not have a problem. Why?
but
Because other women out there need the same help she needs,
no, but
and he clearly can give her $50, give somebody else fifty
but I think
dollars,
she
give
fall
somebody else fifty
after a
dollars.
while. She fall in love. It
And that's a
happens,
problem.
and now
That
she
is
realize she
her
want
problem.
she just don't want this the man
That's her
the finance
problem.
man. She want the whole package
That's
now.
her problem. He belonged to someone else already.
But it might be her problem. But she's crazy, so she asks for help. She said,
So
"What
what
should I
kind of
do?"
help you give her? You don't tell her.
Yeah, I told her
Walk.
time to run because I don't see where that.
She was
Because
supposed to run from the
a guy
beginning.
like that, I need really more information to really. But I just from the square of the circle, I believe a guy like that, if you get a chance to move on to somebody else, even he got them all in the box and happy go lucky, because he probably a snail just looking for a shell.
Have mercy.
Yeah, look, put you will know what I mean by that, eh?
Yes,
Yeah,
please. A
where you looking
snail
somebody put
looking
his
for a
dick on.
shell.
Yeah, you better look at put his dick. Yeah, wants a cover.
Mm.
So he probably a fella like that. You got
But
people
he
like
have
that.
a wife at home.
Jesus Lord, oh, hold on. 75% of the man who's scammed got a wife on. What are you talking about? This ain't no, probably 80%. Eh? No, probably 85 now. Probably 90%. You're talking about. Ah, but, 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 because the truth of the matter, marriage get boring after a while if you're not truly in love. Let me go. Let's go back. Boy, we supposed to be talking something different.
But that's okay, because
Okay,
it
but
doesn't make too much
let me
sense moving on when we have
yeah.
persons that are viewing
Let
that
me say
want
this.
answers.
When you don't marry for love, it's real, folks. When you don't marry for love, most people don't marry for love. That's why most marriages don't last. Um, when you married for love, genuine agape love, that person will do so much things, and you still love them. You know, you in your
You
heart,
mean they may have a lot of shortcomings,
yeah,
but
and they
you
love you.
still love them?
Yeah, and they can get up. See. Here we go. Since you bring this on me, a good. Listen to the word I use. A good behaving woman who have the basic come from the ground rooted. she's gonna love you no matter what.
And what about the good Bahamian man? So
Hmm?
I can't leave them to
Bahamian
do that.
men don't leave their wife. The Bahamian woman leave the man. Statistic shows it. So the man will do all kind of fool, but
Mm-hmm.
really Bahamian man don't leave woman.
Okay.
They don't leave. They won't have their sweetheart and their cash, and they still won't be there. They ain't leaving their wife. The woman is leaving because the woman say I ain't taking no more of this foolishness. So see, we getting some deep stuff. Anyway,
No,
so
no. Keep on.
so 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 when we talk about love and entirety, and when we find a true Bahamian woman, you find gold. You find the greatest thing you could have. Um, when you truly find a Bahamian woman who walk with you, not in front of you, beside you, walk
Mm-hmm.
with you,
Mm-hmm.
hold your hand. When you ask her questions like, "Honey, you love me?" You know what she say?
Mm-hmm.
She don't say, "But why you ask me?" She say, "Honey, I love you." She answer you back, and she look into your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and she holds you with a passion, and she look in you and she tell you, "I love you, and you're the only thing I will ever want in life." When you go to pay a bill and you fall short, she can come say, "Oh, honey, here's money. Put this with it." When when you say to her, "Honey, I'm gonna buy a vehicle,"
Mm-hmm.
she will say, "Honey, well, what vehicle you like? Yeah, you need to look good in it. You need to buy a vehicle because you need to look good.
So
You represent for me."
basically,
She's supporting you.
basically, that
A
was one of
good
the things that
Bahamian woman.
we quoted in a good woman generally, but it's also the qualities of a good man. It's two individuals investing in each other, ensuring that the other person can be the best person that they possibly can.
A good man, a good man knows his place.
And a good woman knows hers.
But a good man knows his place. He
Hmm.
knows his role. He knows his limited. He knows his limitation. He also stand not necessary, like we say, on principle. It's just that he know God. See, don't get this confusion. A lot of people who stand on principle
Hmm.
don't know God. Now, how that happen?
But, but,
Yeah, yeah,
but,
yeah.
there are a lot of people who know God who also fall in the trap.
No, 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 no,
Yes,
no,
they
no, no,
do.
no, no, no.
You
That's
telling me?
that's them fellas who call themselves Christian. Hold on, don't mix it up. Christian coming out them out. Christian. They say they Christian. What the Bible tell you about Christians? How you know them?
By their fruit.
Okay, so why you gonna tell me you're a Christian? So why you try to sell your story that you're a Christian?
You see, now you bringing up the religion topic, which basically because there's some clarification. You see,
Mm-hmm.
not everyone is a Christian,
Right.
and not every Christian know
Well,
God.
there you go. So if that we go back to the same thing, we keep it. Let's keep it.
Yeah. So I want to find out now for Jade.
Jay.
What's the likelihood if Jade leave this man that she will find herself an unattached, reliable, faithful man who will give her what her cheating married boyfriend
It's
will give her?
possible, but it begins with Jade. Is what she looking for. See. Sometimes you not looking for love. Jade might be one looking for money because she might be in a financial
So,
trouble.
so now you see what Jade needs to
Mm-hmm.
realize. But then you said there's a possibility
Mm-hmm.
that she will need looking to guard her bank to make sure that the money don't have to split.
No, protect herself. She might be one of those persons on her wits end. This the only way her rent get paid to have a roof on her head is because this married man. And so if she get rid of this married man at this moment, she have to go find another man to cover the bill. So it depends what she's looking for. See, see, going to your religion is same thing. Most most of the pastors today preach from the Bible,
Hmm.
but
Well,
most
the Christian pastors.
yeah, but most of them only preaching from the Bible. There's nothing behind that. They what come in about what they read, what they study, da, da, da. But in the life ain't lining up.
Hmm.
The words come out their mouth is all about inspiring, motivating, uplifting. Where the religion, where Christianity coming at? Because I can sit here and inspire people every day. Thus said the Lord from but that don't mean nothing. It might make you feel good because you say you're a Christian. But let me give you something since we don't talk about this religion, Christianity.
So Jade, close up Jade. Then
Jade
tell
close.
Jade.
Jade close. I tell Jade run for the hills.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I say,
All
it
right.
depends.
So for these last couple minutes, then
Mhm.
let us separate and clearly state the difference between Christianity and religion.
Okay.
Christianity is a form of religion.
Right.
Religion is basically the teachings of a particular movement.
The style.
Movement,
Okay. Style.
right? Not so much the style.
Uh-huh.
It's as you call it, the principles, the fundamental beliefs that this group of individuals have. Example,
Mhm.
the Christian believe in Jesus Christ,
Okay.
right? The Muslim believe in God Himself. They see Muhammad as their prophet. So from God, Muhammad was given messages. From God, Jesus was given messages. So that's the difference now. The religious, the Islamic religion is Muslim, okay?
Mhm.
They commit to God. They see God as the one true God.
You saw Islamic religion, believe in God.
Islam, yes, they
They believe in
do.
God. Okay.
They do.
But they have
That
Muhammad.
as their prophet.
Okay, so what you're saying to me, Muhammad was a man,
Muhammad was a man.
and you could see Muhammad.
You could see Muhammad like how you could see Jesus.
Okay, so you could see Jesus.
Yes.
Okay,
Those.
so you just in actuality, it's only names different.
That's what it's interesting that you say that because that's exactly. I wrote a couple quotes, but you had
My mother tell me I brilliant.
um Muhammad Ali who said it's the same truth, just different names. All right.
Mm.
There's another person, Mahatma Gandhi.
Mm.
Mahatma Gandhi said that the different religions are beautiful flowers from the same garden,
Well, you know Mahatma
or
Gandhi,
they are branches of the same majestic tree.
but you know I don't like talking to Mahatma Gandhi, right? You know why?
Right?
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Mm-mm.
Mahatma Gandhi was a fake.
You think so?
He was racist.
Mahatma Gandhi was Indian, so I guess within his time, he probably perceived, right? Now, in retrospect, I
Mm.
mean, he moved as an ambassador, and he was one of the powerful persons in the
Now we talking
in
about
the attainment of India's independence from
right.
British rule.
And hold on, so now he was a racist. So hold on, now I can give you a little. We can go down this road.
Hmm.
The Hindus talk about Malcolm X.
No,
Who talk about the Rastafarian?
Malcolm X was a part of the Islamic faith.
Okay, and Malcolm X was one of the leaders.
No, Malcolm X was an aspiring leader
Okay, he was aspiring.
within, yeah, but he was also one of the civil rights.
Yeah, but by getting out of this, they talk about black and white, right?
They were addressing yes, they were some of the pioneers in the black white issues
And
in America. That's Malcolm
so
X.
so
But he was
Haile
also
Selassie is who?
He is Rastafarian.
Okay. Was he the king?
As far as I know, no.
Was he locked up anytime?
Yes.
Okay. And what is locked up for? You remember?
I can't
Okay.
remember.
See. I going down this little road, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going back to your topic, but I'm going
Right.
down this road to let you know, majority of these people from the Muslim faith, from the Rastafarian faith,
Mm-hmm.
history been showing that they were fighting the wrong cause.
It depends on whose version of the story you're listening
Okay,
to.
it depends. And what's the stories? The stories,
Mm-hmm.
because you know I well. Okay, most of these guys was fighting for their rights. Uh,
Human rights.
yeah, no actual rights, black, white, whatever
Human
rights.
rights.
Yeah, and in their
Fighting for
right,
equality.
but in their rights,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they didn't care too much about God.
No.
Right. See, you understand where I'm going with this?
No, not all of them.
No,
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 not
no.
all of them.
No,
But then
but
too now, listen.
but
It depends on what you're looking at because if you look at Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi was of the Islamic faith.
right. So I can bring back. No.
Okay?
I'm gonna go off course. I
So,
just throw it off. I just bring that to you because I want the people because people can hit me up or they can see me tweet, they can nag me, but this one was this. So I know I give the whole story, the bad and the good. So when we got
but
mhm,
that is one of the reasons why in America they moved towards the separation of church
and
and state,
okay,
right? But there has never really been that clear cut division because where do you find the masses of people in a religious organization or following of some type? Because all
no.
human
I
beings,
think you made a mistake there.
why?
We can put it. You can put it out there. Let me tell you. What you find in the churches,
In the Christian church
in
now,
the
you
Christian
got to
church, okay, in the
remember
Christian
we're
church,
talking
okay,
religion, so we're
in the
talking about all
yeah,
faiths.
in the Christian church,
Uh-huh.
you have all the heavy hitters. See, because anytime you believe that you arrive, you run to the church as a cover.
Or if you desire to get to the
Yeah,
top,
you go to
you
church.
go in as a vehicle
Right.
to get where you want to go.
So majority of them in the church, majority of them in the church today,
Mm-hmm.
is the people who believe that they should be
At the
elevated
top.
at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of the poor people are not in the church no longer. Majority of the young people are not in the church. The only time poor people run to the church is when they're in problems. They run for help. Other
So
than
other than that, where are they?
they at the bar, they are in the street,
Mm-hmm.
they are playing at the domino table,
Or they in their
or
beds?
they're in the bed sleeping on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just setting the ground rule. You can take care of all that. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
setting the ground rule. So when you talk with church today,
Mm-hmm.
most people who run to church or who in the church, it's the problem people. You got to most majority of the problem.
But Tony,
That song where to you and
Tony, in our present day, when you look at the reality of the fact that many persons don't go to church,
mm-hmm,
you ever drive around the island on a Sunday morning and
mm-hmm.
see the number of people that are in church? We
Listen,
still have a high percentage, more than
listen,
50%.
because you go back to what we talked earlier. Because you have majority of people in church are women. Let's put it down the fact. Okay, we got majority of women.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of women have so much issue going on. They have to go to the church. They have an issue with their husband. They have issue with their job. They issue with their health. Issue with their children. Issue just living. So they run because they're the more emotional, uh, uh, loving and affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
So they run for help.
Okay.
That's why. That's why they go in there. The man like me, Okay, let look. When I see man like me, majority of them stubborn. So they ain't going to no church. They need help. They ain't going. The only time they're gonna be
I
at that door.
I am thinking. Well, they
That's when
go
they
out.
run.
Yeah,
When they at
they.
the last end and they say, "Okay, Lord, I can't do this no more." Okay, they run. But majority of women go to church basically, and some women go to church because they want to take the one or two children because they want the children have a Christian principle.
Mm-hmm.
But
Upbringing because the
but
principles are good.
majority of children when they get 17,
Stop
they
going.
stop going to church.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason, let me tell you why is that. Reason say because they see the pastor doing this and that, and they see this and this double standard. That's not true. The truth is they have their own mind and they do not want nobody to tell them what to do. So
Or
no see
or or like you say, they have their own minds, but the words that they're hearing in the pulpit, the behavior that they're seeing demonstrated by the adults do not line up with what is being said from the pulpit
mhm.
or what they read for themselves from their
Okay.
Bible.
Let's look at what you say. Let's put your put yourself at 18, 19. Like think about 18, 19. I just put this to you.
Mm-hmm.
You come to my church. You 18, 19. First of all, I on the pulpit preaching. I got a coat suit. But can't button up. My belly so big. Think about
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I ain't attractive. That's the first thing.
So,
Well, I'm just showing how young
mm-hmm.
people, folks, this is how young people look at it. Because I have conversations. So that's how they look at it. I ain't attractive. Secondly, I talking something that is out of my reach. I am talking about fire and brimstone that I really don't understand because I didn't read the Bible like this. You're using words that I can't come and you saying things. The relevant conversation, and then you screaming at me. Ah! And sucking in. What are you doing? I mean, so there is no teaching, there is no beauty in this. There is for young people. There's nothing. You playing the same ancient music that you played in the 60s. There is not it's not attractive. You you have to have the word and be attractive. God words you could preach, you could teach. There's another one, right? This is a way you could methods. So let's talk about let's go about method. So the kid will understand if I talk and teach the word, so I can get something. Why do I go to church? You screaming and you screaming
you
and you screaming for an hour.
you are talking strictly from a Christian perspective. But let me say to you, from the 1990s, with the introduction of the internet,
Mm-hmm.
young people have access to a myriad of different
That's
religions.
why they go to church on the internet.
Yeah, but they don't go to church and they don't go to the Christian church. They explore other religions.
Well,
And that was
there's
why
nothing wrong with that.
I've been moving
There's nothing.
towards actually because there is something wrong with it. And
What
that
is
is
wrong with
why
it?
the young people don't go to the church because the majority of Bahamians, it's Christian or nothing.
Yes.
And so their children now move away. They don't have any more discussions from their children. You have some of them into pure spiritualism. You have some of them that are moved from Christian, and you're talking right wing Christian. They move from Christian and they've gone into Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, because as they explore and they learn, they realize the same messages that you're talking about that is being preached from the pulpit of Christian churches. They realize that, but this is one sided. And then a lot of them, the fire and brimstone story, the fair tactics. So young people's like, if
but
that's how God is, I don't want no part of him.
yeah, and you gotta understand in the church, the Bible was quite clear. Let's just go back. I can bring it. We talk about the same thing.
The Bible quite clear.
The Bible is quite clear. The Bible don't change His word.
Really?
The Bible quite clear. The Bible say.
So
Hold on, hold on. The Bible say, what that riddle everybody like to quote?
what?
Few or what?
Many are called, but few are chosen.
So the Bible say that, right?
Well, I know.
You ever seen it in the Bible? Right?
I saw something to that effect in
What
the
you see in the
Bible.
Bible? What does it say in the Bible? You remember?
But basically, it is speaking to persons that are called to the ministry,
Okay.
right?
So that means, ain't all of us at the day of reckoning?
And that is actually
At the day of
words
reckoning.
of Paul.
Okay,
Paul,
fine.
right?
At the day of reckoning, when God come, only few of us are Christians. Few.
Only few are. Well,
Only you can be a small hand. And the Bible just say we all sin, right?
keep on talking, because I
Yeah.
sure I get your
Right.
trend.
You're trying to be trend.
No, I ain't get the trend.
So what make you better than me? You the only one can hear from God?
That's where now it comes into, and that's why a lot of the young people, because it's like, there's so many people. Let's
Yeah.
go, right?
Yeah.
We talk about Muhammad being for the Muslims,
Muslims.
right? The young Buddhist
Mm-hmm.
that actually was from birth
Okay.
called to a particular lifestyle,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Hindu priests, right? Then you have other prophets that, for instance, in the Adventist movement, there is the writings of Ellen White, who was a prophetess, who God revealed certain truths and explanations about the prophecies and all these other elements or aspects of the Bible, right? And there is a number of other individuals who would have had similar experiences where they would have been spoken to by God under special conditions with special message for people at a given time period. Now, the Bible is there, and Christians in particular take the Bible and they dissect it. Many Christians don't think the Old Testament apply, right? Others go only with the New Testament. So the diversity of perspectives and teachings and rules and laws coming not only from the Bible, but from the prophets, okay? And then you have different versions of the Bible. You have the Catholic Bible, okay? You have the Hebrew Bible, right? And you have, what's that other, the original script? Arabic,
Arabic. Yeah.
right? So all of these are translations, versions of the same story,
Same story.
right? But different
Different
accounts. And as let me see if I could remember, there was someone who said that there are different accounts, right?
There's different accounts.
But he said that they are all truths with imperfections.
Yeah.
So there is no one truth,
No one truth.
right?
But the Baptists believe they are the truth, and the Seven Adventists believe the truth.
But they are all Christians.
And Anglican
but
believe
they
it.
are all
But
Christians.
yeah, they're all Christians. But now, let me give you. See, I'm going to show you how hypocritical it is, because I do my little research. Okay. Now, you're Seven Adventists, right? I mean, there's Seven Adventists in the world, right? You think the Seven Adventists done some extensive studies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. if the Seventh Day Adventists has done some studies, like the Seventh Day Adventists discovered that they find out that true Sabbath is Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And they're not unique in that discovery.
Okay, okay. Hold on, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't lose my thought.
Mm-hmm.
So then you saying to me, the people that worship on Sunday,
Sunday.
they are worship on the wrong day.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what you're saying. Now, I say that to you to say this. And I want you public, I want you to listen to this. So then the Christians who worship on Sunday got it wrong. Watch now. And for them having it wrong, they know it wrong. So that means they live in a lie.
Yes. Especially if they
See what I talking about?
if they listen to me.
Wait. I gotta let you go now. And I gotta let you take it. I ain't gonna say no one else.
I have to answer your
Yeah,
your
I want you to
thing,
answer
though.
next.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So now you see what I'm talking about when I say it's true. See, because if you know the truth
Mm-hmm.
and you not living by the
The
truth, what that
sunlight.
is?
The sunlight.
Yeah, if you know the truth
Uh-huh.
and you're not living by the truth, then then what? Then what?
Well, to him,
Mhm.
oh gee, the sun is still there.
You're
I
trying to
think
duck the
we
sun.
move in the
folks. Okay.
wrong direction.
So we're trying to
Something
duck the
needs to
sun.
move this way.
But folks, yep, I gotta.
Okay.
Folks, I gotta where I want her now. Don't worry.
Give my towel, please.
Yep, I got her where I want her. So she's saying to me, she's saying to us that they know. I can let you answer it now. You answer it now. They saying that Christians on Sunday know they're doing the wrong day.
Not all Christians on Sunday know it now, because it has been handed on to them as a tradition. Most of us, the world over, are born into a religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're born into a religion. And then in the Christian religion, we were born into a denominational family. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So as a Christian, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian who was once a Baptist Christian, who also attended Church
Church
of
of
God
God.
of Prophecy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also visited the non-denominational churches or the international churches, the Pentecostal churches, and even the Catholic and Anglican Church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And what the problem is that we have prejudices
Okay.
and there's a competition. Everybody is out to prove that the other is wrong. And according to Nelson Mandela
Mm-hmm.
and a couple others on the topic of religion, they said there's no need for a competition, right? As a matter of fact, um, they said the essence of religion is one. Only the approaches are different. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are teachings that are also different, such as the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have discovered, believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
that well, we know the Jewish people,
Right.
Judaism,
Judaism.
they never stopped Sabbath
Sabbath.
worship.
Yeah, they never saw
It's the
Sabbath.
original. And Judaism was around before Christianity.
But I go back to what I say. So you saying the people who
If you
if you following the
man's
basic
law,
man's law,
right? Because basically
but
it's
not
God's
God's law.
law
It's
that
God's
we should
law.
be following.
God's law.
Yes.
So you got to go back to God's law. Man's that's our problem. We in the man's law, and that's where we having all this problem. You see, because I believe a little of every religion. I believe there's truth in every religion. I believe there's something to learn in every religion. So that's why you have, going down this road today, you might wonder why everybody all of a sudden like old Steen. the one that comes on TV,
Joel.
Joel Osteen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why they like Joel Osteen? Because Joel Osteen preached on motivation, uplifting. But Joel Osteen never, very rare, he preached from the Bible. You know?
Yeah.
Very rare.
He uses a
Yeah,
text.
yeah.
But guess
Very rare. He
what?
says, "Thus said the Lord."
But guess what? Let's look at Jesus's ministry.
Mhm.
He did teach from the prophets and the Old Testament, okay, concerning himself, okay? But he also spent a lot of his time doing what? The people brought
Say it again. I missed that. Say it
the
again.
people
Say it
of the
again.
day.
Say it again.
He
Folks,
taught
I just
he
provoking
taught
you.
from the Old Testament,
Mm-hmm.
okay, concerning himself,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but he also, the majority of his ministry was an uplifting ministry,
Mm-hmm.
okay. When you look at what's recorded, he had the Sermon on the Mount, and what was the Sermon on the Mount about? Blessed
Yeah.
are this.
Yeah.
Blessed, blessed, blessed. It was about blessings. When he did teach, like Joel Osteen, he used object lessons. He talked about what? The kingdom of
Kingdom of
heaven
heaven. Mm-hmm.
being like 10
Ten virgins.
virgins.
Mm-hmm.
He also talked about the lost coin, and he talked about, and these were messages that basically pointed people to the love
He
of the Father,
he talk about the
not
Lord's coming.
about, he never preached about hell, right? He never preached about fire and brimstone, right? And that's what you hear a lot of fire and brimstone messages being preached from the pulpit,
Yeah.
as opposed to love, the love of God,
I
right?
know.
He talked about the Father's love, right? He led an example on the type of life that we, as followers, he says, I am the way. To me, that means the way that I live is the way that you should live. When he taught us to pray, he taught us to pray to who? Himself? No. He taught us to pray to the Father in heaven.
Right.
Okay?
So why is all this confusion?
Why?
They don't call it confusion, you know.
I always
The
say,
the Baptist, the Catholic, Anglican don't call it confusion.
what they call it?
Huh?
What they call it?
They say I better than that one. That church you go to split from me.
So it's more
This
like a
church.
competition.
Oh yeah, they hold. If you speak to Catholics, they say we were the first church. That's what they tell you. You speak to the Baptists. Them Catholics drink rum. You speak to the one. Everybody got a story. You know what? We all serve one master. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Serve one master. There ain't supposed to be all this confusion. Religion is a serious thing in the Bahamas. Religion is causing all of the harm in the Christian faith.
Mm-hmm.
And Christians are causing the harm because if a Christian come here today and you say in the Bible it say this and you'll have a discussion and they believe that your discussion is wrong, you ain't no Christian.
Okay.
They throw you to the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Christians do this to other Christians. And Christians are very strong when they when a Christian has made an error. Let's say if I make an error.
You want me to tell you something?
If I made an error, go on.
I was born into the Christian faith.
Oh.
Okay? And it was through conversations with my nephew that he kept talking about, we'd have conversations, okay? And this was before I began to investigate the Islamic faith. And he would talk about the Bible, and he would talk about, and then I realized that, okay, so the Islamics, the Muslims have the same basic faith foundation.
Well, I don't believe that. I didn't believe that, you
But
know.
you didn't believe it.
No, I didn't believe it at one point.
Okay.
Because I was told that the Lamb's faith, they off. And they don't believe in God.
But guess what?
And they don't believe in it.
But guess what?
But,
When I
mm,
became a Seventh-day Adventist Christian,
mm,
a lot of individuals asked me, "Well, how you getting there? Well, how you getting that faith?" And I thought, well, are you serious? What you mean how I get there? These people are teaching truth from the Word of God. I could see if I'd have gone there one bar or one strip or turn into something. But here it is. I'm seeking truth. And I find a church that taught me that the Sabbath observance was important. And so they, listen to this now. I was in the Baptist church, and the Church of God of Prophecy was trying to pull me, right? Other friends from other churches, right, that were Christian, and even Baptist itself, were also trying to engage and get you to leave your church home to come and be a part of their following. And
mm.
I'm like, but we serve in the same God, so why do I need to leave my Baptist church to go to yours? If the Baptist was observing the Sabbath, there would be no need for me to leave the Baptist church because they teach the same God. You understand? Albeit that the Adventists teach the health message, but a lot of other people teach the health message. And being a nurse,
So,
I would have been inclined and was
so you won't
inclined
try.
to.
So what are you trying to tell me that if I pick my 7 day to rest, I my Sabbath, God's Sabbath? What'd you say?
Listen,
Tell me what you say.
we're gonna go into that next week. But the point that
Folks,
I wanted to really,
folks.
really address this in this particular setting before we go and go
Yeah,
gung ho into
yeah. Because you
Christianity
know we can
was
go.
to identify the relationship that Christians in the Bahamas have with non Christians but believers in God the Creator, such as the Muslims, the Buddhists, the Hindu, even the Jehovah Witnesses. They don't call themselves Christians. They believe in Christ, but they do not practice Christianity the way that Christians do. They
Why?
believe in God
Yeah.
because of the Trinity concept.
Okay. So what you saying to me is they just. I went to one. I was invited. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go
Mm-hmm.
to check it out,
Mm-hmm.
and all I hear, there was one guy on the tape. I ain't telling you what I hear, and I ain't knocking them. I just
Mm-hmm.
saying what I heard. One guy was talking, and he was preaching, getting away, and they started talking about how many hours they put in
Okay.
serving in the road.
Mm-hmm.
They only interested. They were the whole thing was they only interested in how much hours they put in, how
No,
much
but
people
at
they
least
meet,
they're putting in hours.
and
I
then
mean,
and then they talking about Trinity. I don't listen.
well, you see, the Trinity concept and the way that Christians project it, you will find that a number of religions see that as idolatry because they see Christ as God's special prophet.
Right.
Okay? He is a son of God, but he is not the only son of God because we are all children of God. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He was born under special conditions. He came into this earth, okay, for a purpose. All right?
Mm-hmm.
The other prophets that were before him were called with a message and they had a purpose and they fulfilled their message to mankind. He himself came to point mankind back to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
He came as the sacrifice, okay? And then there are some religion again, like the Muslim religion, who honestly do not believe, as is documented in the Bible, where Herod and the kings of that time did not believe that Christ had actually died, and that was why they placed guards at the
Oh.
door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then even the disciples, And Mary, who saw him first, did not recognize that it was him. Okay? So the miracle and the
So,
account that's recorded. And so, of course, there's a lot of dispute and attacks on the manipulation on the script and how it was written and so forth.
yeah,
There
it's
are some
yeah.
things that are questionable, but at the end of the day, it is us as individuals who must seek to find out, you know. But the bottom line, the very basic bottom, is God Himself. Okay?
That's
The
the whole thing.
means by which we go to God,
That's what it is important.
if we seek Him and we are seeking truth, God will bring us to the truth.
Oh yeah. Okay. And see,
So,
once the truth has been told, look, so
yes.
many truths has been hidden, so many lies have been told,
Mm-hmm.
and like I always say to people, why do when I was younger and searching for knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
I always would say to my sisters and who are Christians and who preaching in the church, like, I always say to them, "But you really think that's the way it's supposed to be? You really think that?" Because I can't see you writing something and you can tell me that if I love everything I speak out my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna come back to haunt me. So I've been speaking all my life and it ain't see that happen yet. So you telling me?
Well, I think from a Christian perspective, that in the Bible it says that
The power
every
in the tongue.
word, no, but every word that proceed out of your mouth,
So God
right?
saving the words for me?
It's being recorded
Yeah. So God.
according
So
to,
so God is
yes,
recording
according
all these words, and then one day God can bring all them words. Hold
every
on now.
deed that you
I
do
I
will
live.
be brought into
I live.
judgment.
Yeah. I might live to be 90. So you tell me 90 years God can
Yes.
record.
He don't have you think he have something else to do? You think he have something
You
you're his
you
creation.
think God will study me?
He does. He studied every details about you, every single
Listen,
detail.
listen to me.
But anyhow, Tony, guess what? We are gonna continue with that
Yeah.
next week because definitely this is just a tip of the iceberg.
Oh, we ain't touched yet
We
because
haven't touched anything
we
yet.
we
I
we
have,
we will know about the
yes,
lion ministers. We can talk about them
yeah,
too.
but we I think we can, for the benefit of our viewers, if we can just provide a list of the major religions of the world, see how many of them are present in the Bahamas, and then look at what they teach, who are their leaders and all that, and then we will go into looking at
Yeah.
Christianity. Christianity is the religion of the Bahamas,
Christianity is
and we're
good.
going to see how it's measuring up against the life of Christ.
And when we get into the meat, there are gonna be some shockers. And when we send them where to look,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what they can say to us? We blaspheming and we this, we that. But I tell you
Well,
this, I know who's the first woman in the garden. You
anyhow,
can't lie to me.
we will see you again
Who's the first woman in the
next
garden?
week.
Remember?
Hello? Who was it?
My God.
Yeah.
Who's the first woman in the garden?
I don't know. I think it was Eve.
There ain't no Eve. So next time, next week, I will tell you who's the first woman in the garden. And it ain't no Eve. And so all I can say, speak your mind and you'll be free. Come and
Okay.
meet me next
Bye-bye.
time. Come, let's go under the tree. She won't tell us what the Bible
Okay.
is talking about. The Bible she won't tell us.
Okay.
Next week, the word has been said.
So take care. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you for joining us once again. Next week, Friday, same time. Stay safe and stay COVID free.
Under. Oh.